All right, let's read through this one. A triangular prism and its dimensions in feet are shown. What is the total surface area of the prism in square feet? So, first of all, looking at the answers, these are all in square feet or feet squared. That's feet squared is the same thing as square feet. And we want the total surface area. Sometimes they just want the lateral surface area, which is just this part around here, not including the bases. And in this case, we're going to need to know what the base of this object is. And oftentimes when you have a three-dimensional object, then the name of the base is in the name of the shape. So it's a triangular prism, and the base is a triangle. So, and in this case, it's two triangles. This is a base, and this is a base. Okay? So that's really, really important, and it allows us to be able to solve this problem. The other thing that we need to know is this distance here. The distance between the bases is the height of your prism. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and label that as the height. Okay? So now, because we know now that the bases are triangles, we can start to figure out this this formula here. Now this is what you're going to be given most likely in your formula sheet. It might look a little bit different. It might be broken down. So I'm going to break it down for you and show you exactly what this means. So I'm going to start with this part right here, the 2 times the capital B. The capital B and the capital P confuse my students. But it's not that bad. So let's break it down. So capital B means the area of the base. And now we know the base is a triangle, so we want the area of the triangle, and we want to multiply it by 2. Why times 2? Because you have 2 of these triangles. Okay? So that's going to get us that area. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to write down 2b, capital B, is equal to 2 times, and then the formula for the area of a triangle is 1/2 little b, and this is why it confused my students, times the height. And that lowercase b, said little b, is 12 feet. I don't mean to mark through the 12. It's 12 feet. And then our height is going to be 8 feet. Okay? So now we can go ahead and figure this out. So 2 times 1/2 times the base of the triangle, which is 12. We know it's the base because it shows us where the height is. It's perpendicular to the height. And the height is 8. Okay? So 12 times 8, that's going to be 80, and 16 is 96. And then 2 times 1/2, 2 halves is just 1 whole. So this is the area of our 2 bases, and that's going to be in feet squared. Okay, so we've done one part of this. Now let's move to, and let's go ahead and change color. Let's move to the other part, capital P, which is the perimeter of the base, times the height. And again, we know it's a triangle, so the perimeter of the triangle, so that's going to be, let's use orange here, is going to be 10 plus this length plus 12. So how do we know this length? It's the same as this one right here. That and that are the same. So this is going to be 10 feet. So now we can add up the perimeter of the base, which is going to be 10 plus 10 plus 12, and then we're going to multiply all of that, and this is important to put those in parentheses, all of that times the height of the entire prism. Now the first one we just did the height And even though they use lowercase h for both of them, they're different values. So the height of the triangle was this 8 feet right here, but we want the height of the prism. Again, it's the distance between the two bases, okay? So the height of the prism is 18. So now we can solve this piece. 10 plus 10 is 20, and 12 is 32, and we got 32 times 18. And now I'm going to go off and figure this out. 32 times 18, 2 times 8 is 16, 3 times 8 is 24, and 1 is 25. Placeholder, 1 times 2 and 1 times 3. So now I've got 6, 7, and 5. So I have 500, right here, 576 feet squared. Okay? So if they had asked you what's the lateral surface area, that would be this. It's just all the surfaces without the two bases, okay? Without the two bases. All right? So now we've got the lateral plus the bases, and we can add those together. So it's going to be 576 plus 96. All right? 6 and 6 is 12. 10 and 7 is 17, and that's 672 feet squared, and hopefully there's the answer right there. All right, I hope this makes sense. I hope you have a better feel now for triangular prism, the perimeter, the base, the other base, and both of the heights. All right, I will see you in the next one.